What's up, my meatballs? It's Aaronitmar. Welcome back to another episode of Super Mario Sunshine. This time we're going to begin Kina Park. So if you guys could drop a like on this video for probably my favorite world in this game, that would be awesome. And this is probably the most memorable one for me. Mecha-Bowser Appears, and basically this is like the one shine that I remember always from my like childhood, etc. Just because of like what happened. So I'll explain more once we actually begin the mission, because it will make more sense when we begin the mission. But here we go. Gotta chase after Shadow Mario here, and there's no point spraying him because he like runs way too fast for us, and there's like he doesn't even get hit at all. But we're basically supposed to just chase him here, and we get to watch a lovely cutscene. The showdown. Shadow Mario versus Mario. Paint versus water. Who is going to win? Ironically, he's standing above water, which would make his entire weapon useless. But there it goes. He's Moses. He's separating the Red Sea, the Dead Sea, the Lead Sea.
What happened? Did the perpetrator get away?
The perpetrator got the opposite of away. He got closer and bigger and more scary. Oh boy. A gigantic Bowser. So, this guy has got a Bowser boat and a Bowser robot. Perhaps he's related to Bowser in some way. Perhaps he is a cohort of Bowsers, or perhaps an estranged child that we've never learned of until now. Amazing, what a spectacle, this is a new show of ours? You guys are great, whoever hired you needs a raise. I love how you play the fearless hero and he's like a bad version of you, but you both look the same and stuff. Well, as director of this park, I want to ensure your success. So how about I provide you with a hero's vehicle? Follow me. So basically, he is completely senile because as the park's director, he does not know when a show is happening and when a gigantic evil robot is actually invading his area. But this is the most memorable shine for me because before I had a GameCube, well, before I start, if it's not obvious enough, we have to launch the rockets at him and hit him. So before I had a GameCube, my cousin had this game, and whenever we would play it, I was just so, I just loved it so much. It was probably the first game I bought on my own for the GameCube. So basically, this was the mission I got to most recently. They came over because their house was in like a hurricane flood zone. So we played this, and right when they were about to leave is when I was playing this mission. And I was so close. I was literally at this point. We only need one more hit, and I was at this point. And, oh, no. And right when I was about to hit him, he turned the console off because his parents were, like, making him. And obviously, in, like, hindsight, it was my fault because I was holding him up. But I was so mad because I was just so, I so wanted to win. Wait, I got this. Never mind, I don't got this. Totally missed. So, yeah, that's why this is my most memorable. That, and it's just such a unique Shine Sprite to begin with. Because we're basically launching water fireworks at this gigantic evil Bowser monster. Wait, that's not it? I could have sworn 3 hits was it. Maybe he repairs himself if I take too long. Oh no. Oh no. There, okay, the music stops. There, maybe it's 4 hits. Or maybe I just didn't get a hit I thought I did. But there we go. Giant Mecha Bowser is collapsing. And the top opens up. Mario! And here comes Shadow Mario to finally address us.
Leave my mama alone, you bad man. I won't let you take Mama Peach away.
Mama Peach? I'm your mama?
Yeah, Papa told me all about it. He told me my mama got kidnapped by a bad man named Mario.
So you're Bowser's son?
So I came here to rescue her.
So the graffiti, that was you?
This is my magic That's right. When I draw with this, all my wishes come true. A strange old man in a white coat gave it to me.
A strange old man in a white coat.
But why would you pretend to be Mario?
Papa told me everything. He said, Mario's a bully, he never fights fair. He said, Junior, you gotta try to outsmart Mario. So I tried to get Mario sent to prison. But they didn't lock him up, and now he came to steal Mama Peach again. You pest, stop following us.
No, not again. It appears to be heading toward Corona Mountain.
And cue the most abrupt ending to a cutscene in game history. But there we go, the Shine Sprite has, spawned. I don't know why they left that behind. Maybe Bowser Jr. wants to reward us. But there we go, Shadow Mario is Bowser Jr. What a plot twist. Not like I mentioned that in episode 1. But yeah, that is the very first mention, or I guess appearance, of Bowser Jr., I think. And then of course, he becomes like a huge icon for the Mario franchise. Pretty much for ever since this game. He's in Smash, he's in Mario Kart, he's in pretty much any like Mario sports game or like party game. So this was a very iconic game for that reason, if anything else. But here we go. Let's jump into the cannon and start the next mission. So now we've basically got to do the entire rest of the game to find Bowser Jr. and Peach up at the Corona Mountains. Here we go, the Beach Cannon Secret, episode 2. Let's do it. Let's do it, man. So for Kina Park, a lot, probably 2 or 3 of the entire ones are going to take place outside of the park. So I guess like today the park is closed, or for this mission the park is closed. So we're actually going to have to do it on this part of the beach. When the mission calls for the beach, you're really not going to go in the park, and when the mission calls for the park, you're really not going to go into the beach. So it won't really ever be that confusing, especially with the pre-mission cutscene. You're really not going to like really be confused at all. But here we go. Gotta fight this beach guy. So I'll launch out some bullet bills. The purple ones are homing. The yellow ones obviously launch out lots of coins. And the black ones are just the normal ones. And then he'll throw these bob-ons. Just gotta spray him and hit him with it. I'm pretty sure there is a way to like skip this, like all speedrunner fancy like. But I'm not that good. I just don't know how to. I don't know how to do that. I would really love to learn how to. I would really love how to speedrun this game. Oh, come on. I picked it up. Alright, I guess for whatever reason, it just doesn't want me to pick... Alright, cool, man. And I'm bouncing on air. Glad that makes sense. Alright, well, stop! What is going on? Pick this up. Don't dive into it and don't jump on it. What are you doing, Mario? There we go. Alright, so I got him 3 times, and now we can jump into this cannon. And, as you can tell... It's going, and the mission starts with secret, so of course we're going to have to just jump right on in and do ourselves a favor with the red coin, or not the red coin, that's coming up though, with the secret shine mission. So let's do it. Don't have to worry about these invisible blocks. All right, jump. There we go. There we go. All right. All right. Let's. No. Okay. I didn't slide fast enough. All right, so here we can jump on these trampoline shatter blocks. No. Please don't. Okay. And now, okay, we're gonna make this. We're gonna make this one. This is a lot easier with F.L.U.D. because you can just slide. But, oh, jump. Okay. Now let's grab this one up. Never mind. I'm just going to not grab that one up because I would have died. We're right above absolutely nothing. So that's the section we would have died on. The previous one, they give us sort of like some learning curve where we can land on those Yoshi blocks, but here we cannot do that. So there we go. Not a very difficult one. And now let's go ahead and get ready for the red coin mission. All right, here we go. Red coin mission. We're gonna do it. This is going to be a fairly easy one because with F.L.U.D, we don't really have to worry about these invisible blocks. I mean, we're gonna have to worry obviously about like not falling while hovering, But for the most part, if you can land and jump very quickly, you are not going to have a huge issue with this. Oh no. As soon as I say that, I start freaking out. Alright, here we go. No. Alright. I don't even know how you would make an invisible block. Oh no. Okay, that was close. I don't even know how you would make a block that keeps disappearing and reappearing and make it out of wood, no less. Like, this is a wooden block that is disappearing and defying all laws of physics. Although, I suppose the F.L.U.D is also defying all laws of physics because we're floating with water. And, like, we could float out above that gigantic black hole and still it would, like, somehow have something to push up on. I don't get it. You don't get it. But let's go. Alright, now we can just sort of slide our way to victory. Just make sure you don't run out of time or miss that red coin, because otherwise I don't think you're going to make it. Alright, I'm gonna let go. There we go. Just want to make sure I didn't fall off the side. Like, maintain my momentum, but in a different direction because the camera moved. That would actually suck. So there we go. Red coins are done. Alright, Kina Park, Episode 3, Red Coins of the Pirate Ship. Yet another, we got some back-to-back red coin missions. But again, this is going to be the kind that is not timed, we just simply have to get all of the red coins. So, no issues, but now we actually get to explore inside of the park more openly than we would have in the first mission, because that one we pretty much just had a destination to go to. This one we are at least able to roam around freely. And obviously the mission is to get the red coins around this area, but now we can actually look around. You know, we got this nice little oyster thing over here. Where what did I do wrong? I don't know what that buzzing is. It probably gives you just a 1-up, so not really big, or a blue coin, in which case we'll get to that eventually. But so now we need to come over this way and collect ourselves some red coins. So let's hop over this way. And we will begin. And, oh no. And so F.L.U.D is very helpful in these sections because you can sort of hover on sections that you wouldn't ordinarily be able to. Like that, and so you can sort of like stay on top of... Alright, well, normally that would work, but unfortunately not this time. But you can sort of stay on top of the pirate ship longer than you would because gravity and physics. We're talking a lot about physics in this episode. Oh, no. That was no good. That was no good at all. So let's jump over this way. We can basically just use F.L.U.D to shortcut our way back to where we need to go. There's really no order when you've got F.L.U.D. Or, well, you could just fall forever. That's a good one. That's a good one. Alright, let's jump up here. And, alright. So now they're going basically upside down. I always hated these kinds of rides. I've ridden like one of them in my life. And that was enough for me. I had a good enough time with just that one. Alright, I'm gonna do this because this one is going to, we should land on it with just enough momentum. There we go. Or not just enough momentum, but it should have just enough momentum to let us land on it. Alright, I'm gonna reset my jump and reset my hover. And there we go. And let's get rid of these guys first. You can't deal with these on the side that they're on. So like if I was walking right here, I basically would either have to walk around them or fall. So jump up there. And now we can grab these ones. What? You're kidding me. Come on, man. Alright, there we go, there we go, there we go. Alright, now I gotta be careful not to grab this blue coin. Because that would not be good. Alright, there we go. And there we go, there's number 6. And I believe number 7 is up there. On the underside, and I think I can sort of skip this section having to worry about these guys, because what I can do is... Alright, I'm gonna try and be a epic pro speedrunner here, but before I do, I'm just gonna get rid of these guys anyway, because if I do not do it properly, then I don't want to have to deal with them twice. So, basically now what we can do is drop and hover, and I think we can like clip our way to the top. There we go, we can, alright. Nice! That's one of the cool things about about F.L.U.D that F.L.U.D brings to the game, is that you can just sort of get around obstacles that like you would otherwise need to actually go for the basically need to avoid the obstacles. What I'm trying to say. So like for that one, I could have just like killed all the turtles, then gone down, then gone up above, and then gotten the red coin. but instead I could just drop, hover, and then get around all of that to begin with. So that's just sort of the cool things about F.L.U.D. I'm surprised there's not a lot more F.L.U.D. related speedrunning glitches and such, but I guess that's just how the game. There actually might be. I don't know a super lot about Mario Sunshine speedrunning, but here we go. The Wilted Sunflowers. Again, another beach. Shine? Yeah, so the park is closed today, and all of these, look at all these Yoshi eggs. I guess we're gonna have to do something about them, because I guess the presence of the Yoshi eggs is messing with them. So let's come over here. There's some gigantic Yoshis, by the way. Let's just jump on them and spray them. And what does it end up being? Oh, snap! It's not a Yoshi egg at all. It's evolution at its finest. It's gonna turn into. I like that. The turtle turns into a Yoshi egg shell to like trick everyone. And so basically, killing one of the turtles brings back the sunflowers. So that's basically just the entire point of the mission. You need to let them slam into the sand because that's how they get stuck. Otherwise, they'll slam onto the grass and then just pop right back up. So come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Oh no, I tried to backflip, but it did not work. So there we go. More sunflowers appearing. You know what I'm gonna try and do? Try and get all of the sunflowers in the same area. I'm not sure that's possible, but I know that's something I like to try and do. So here we go. Spray this guy. Come here, buddy. You gonna follow me? Are you gonna follow me? Come on. Come on, friend. Alright. You gonna crush me? Crush me. There we go. And basically just get them all in one gigantic clump over here. And they sort of start like clipping through. Look at this. Oh, all of these sunflowers. Oh, fun-fably. I don't know what you're saying, but it sounds nice, so I'm gonna assume it's a compliment. Alright, come here, you. Come on, buddy. You're gonna follow me, too. Oh no, I meant to jump. Alright, come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Alright, come over here to our big old clump. And slam! Alright, look at this. We got so many. Oh my gosh. Alright, it's gonna get to the point where you can't even see the sand below because we're just gonna have so many sunflowers over here. I really wish I'd done the first one at the same spot as the rest. Or I guess the second one at the same spot as the first one, but I sort of forgot until I remember that they spawned the sunflowers. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Can you come with me? There we go. Now jump on top. Jump on. And boom! There we go. And look at all of these lovely. Oh my gosh! And now the big mama sunflower has been fixed. Oh, whatever you're saying. And here we go. Let's go grab the last shine for this episode. I was gonna say the last shine, and then I realized that sounded like we were not doing any more shines ever. But there we go. That is it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, do not forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the series or enjoyed this episode. Oh my gosh, Shadow Mario is here with a Yoshi egg and a pineapple, I guess. So we're gonna do that in the next episode. So thank you all so much for watching once again, and I will see you all back here for another episode of Mario Sunshine. Have a fantastic day. Whee!